Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Ursula lost her mind, or she didn't lose anything because she didn't have one to begin with, or she lost allegiance, or switched allegiance to whom, you might ask. I don't know, let's find out. This is the second stupid statement she makes in in 48 hours? And I know that I have some friends that will be very, very, very upset about her comments. And my friends will be most likely from Great Britain. So let's see, my friends, what's going on here. Ursula von der Leyen compares Britain's rule in Ireland to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Did you hear that? So she compares Britain's rule in Ireland to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So that would make you criminals, Nazis, Hitler, all that, terrorists. Oh my, this comes from the Telegraph. Can you believe that? You shoot yourself in the mouth now? I mean, are you off the foot? All right, but remember, she's German. So this German lady talks about the British. Oh, they love it. You see? I'm pretty sure this is gonna, it should at least, have the British society in arms for this. Why? Because, you know, Germany and Great Britain are eternal friends and all that bullshit. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Let's see what this article is telling us. The head of the European Commission has risked a diplomatic spat with London by likening Ukraine's war with Russia to Ireland's struggle, and I'm quoting, struggle for the right to exist, end quote, before independence from the UK. Wow, my friends, now what? Conservative MPs were applauded by the comparison, were appalled by the comparison from Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission President, with one, saying the remarks were, and I'm quoting, beyond disgusting, adding, and I'm quoting, it seems that UK bashing is alive and well in Brussels. Oh my. Mrs. von der Leyen made her comments during an address to a joint sitting of the Irish Parliament in Dublin to mark Ireland's 50th year membership of the European Union. She said, "I would like to dwell on 5 Irish virtues that will help our union to face our common challenges ahead. First, the Irish passion for freedom. Freedom! This country knows what it means to struggle for the right to exist. Today another European nation is fighting for independence. Of course, Ireland's far away from the front line in Ukraine, but you understand better that why this war matters so much to all of us. Just like our friends in Eastern Europe, you know that in Ukraine there is more at stake than the future of one country alone. Ukraine is fighting for freedom itself, for self-rule. Where is that? For self-rule, for the rules-based global order. These guys are bullshitting. Is that what it is? The rules-based global order? How about Yugoslavia? Was that a rule-based order? Was Iraq invasion and, as I said, Serbia's 1999 bombardment rules-based order? Yeah, I think so. What about Libya? I mean, don't start me, because I can go on and on and on with this rule-based whenever it fits our thing. So, yes, the Irish know. And, I'm not going to linger on this because, guys, it's your problem over there. But for a German citizen to come and tell you guys that and attack you like that, what are you going to do? Nothing. So, let's see. Mrs. von der Leyen added, when the citizens of Kherson raised the EU blue and gold flag as well as the blue and yellow flag of Ukraine to greet their liberators, It was a powerful visual confirmation about the people's desire to belong to our union. Our, like you, the owners, or our, like includes everybody else. Shut you. And I'm quoting again. We have shown that our union is the home of all European countries. Russia is a European country. Thriving for freedom and democracy. Oh, Russia is not a democracy. We know that one now. And our support for Ukraine must continue for as long as it takes. Do you ask the citizens of your union, or is just the you five guys over there that make decisions? Not you, because you're told what to do by the interest. How do you think you got that position? Because you have a good... Anyway, he says, until Ukrainians fully recover what Russia has tried to take from them, end quote. On Friday, Jacob Rees-Mogg, which I like. Why do I like? Not because he's a cute guy, which I don't think he is, but it's okay, he's good. I like what he says. I like that he's a smart guy and he's logical and he's very witty. I don't know, but I like the guy. Jacob Rees-Mogg, the former business secretary, told the Telegraph. So on Friday, he was the former business secretary, told the Telegraph, it is an extraordinary thing for Ursula von der Leyen to say undiplomatic, unwise and wrong. It shows she is not entirely aware of the historic circumstances. And it shows ignorance in the UK's relations with Ireland and a tragic failure to understand the depths of the wickedness of Putin's invasion of Ukraine, which has led to the slaughter of innocent people. End quote. The comments were also given short shrift by David Jones, deputy chairman of the European Research Group of Conservative MPs. He told the Telegraph it would be easy to laugh off von der Leyen's statements as just another EU presidential faux pas in the finest traditions of JeanClaude Juncker's. You know that guy, Juncker, the one that, what's his name, Farage, Nigel Farage had a little nice words. So, however, this is much more serious gaffe. The Northern Ireland peace process is a fragile creature, and it is hard to think of anything more provocative than to compare the Irish context with that of Ukraine, whose brave people are resisting and blah 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 blah. Someone in the Commission should take her gently aside, this way, or take it by, as Trump said, you can take them by the, and not like that, nasty mofo, gently aside and point out that ill-considered words can have the most devastating consequences. Now we have Craig McNeely, I think that's how you say McNeely. One of the ERG's senior officials said Ursula von der Leyen's comparison is beyond disgusting. Britain outside the EU has led the international coalition against Russia. The UK and Ireland had a patchy relationship in the early years, but it was settled through negotiations and treaty. It seems that UK bashing is alive and well in Brussels. Well, Miss von der Leyen had been on a two-day trip in Dublin where she was meeting Michael Martin, the Irish Premier. The two leaders discussed the war in Ukraine, the energy crisis, green transition. That is taking from us, giving to others. I hate that wizardry. So, what's going on, my friends? How about now? Are you still liking von der Leyen? I guess not, or you shouldn't anyway. And if the Irish people like what you said, good for them. As I said, I don't know. I know just general information about the situation, whatever occurred in history, and all those attacks and terrorists this, terrorists that, and this and that. So I don't, I'm not going to have an opinion on that. I'm just reporting here and discussing what von der Leyen said. Should she have done that? Remember, 2 days ago she said something about how many Ukrainian military died. And then the Ukrainians yelled and said, what the hell are you talking about? And then they redacted that. They took it out of the transcript or whatever, the European Union's web page or whatever that is, her statement was erased. So this is the second one in 48 hours. Who is she working for? Let's see. Could that be Putin? It's not the Americans, is it? Could be. No, it's not the Americans, because the Americans would not have released the 100,000 thing, right? So then, which the Ukrainians said that's not true. So whatever. So who's she working with or for? Now she goes over there to Ireland and she says what she says. This is very, very touchy statement, don't you think? Well, anyway, she's an appointed person, voted by a bunch of guys. She was not voted by the citizens of Europe, and this is just the European Union is just I don't even know what exactly it is, because it doesn't have its independent foreign policy. Militarily is weak. The United States is the one that provides its safety. Economically, United States does basically whatever they want, take over now, including with, they tell them, stop buying gas for those guys, stop buying oil from those guys, we're going to give it to you at 5 times the price. I don't know, this European Union is just an extension of the United States in a way, not as a territory, but as a vassal entity that is totally under the control of the United States. Totally. How should I put it? I mean, if the United States wants tomorrow European Union to do something against a country or something, they will do it. They will do it. I mean, the Germans shot themselves in the foot with Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 because Biden said you gotta cut it off. Otherwise, we'll stop it one way or another. Remember, he and Newland, Victoria, Vicky, the kosher girl. Yes. Yeah, still in the Department of State. Yeah, she's an undersecretary, something over there, pushing some papers and scheming around at people's lives and nations' fates. So good job, good job. So, I know I let you go and think about von der Leyen, what she said. I think it's stupid what she said. Comparing what's going on in Ukraine with what happened over there. I understand what she probably meant to say, but I think she shouldn't have touched that at all. She wants to create problems? I think so. I think she's just a troublemaker in this case. I think she's not that stupid not to know what she's saying is going to be, upsetting those guys over there in London. So she did it. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong. Oh, you're going to just get angry, get a beer or wine and whatever else. And anyway, stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.